channel. Heavy B here, your gracious host. It's been a exceedingly long time since I've posted anything auto detailing related, but if you've lived on planet Earth during the year 2020, you'll understand why that is. In the months gone, much has changed. I have a new rig for editing videos, so videos should come out looking more clear and come out more regularly than before because it won't take 2 days to render anything. We have a new vehicle to do our detailing on, and we are going to do a full restoration on this vehicle. It is not exceedingly old, but it does need some love. It's a mystery. You'll get a hint here later on in this video. All we're doing today is we are going to clean these horribly dirty floor mats. These are the ones from the back seat. You see, they're not horrible, but they do have some stains here. Like this is, you can't see it on the video, but this is crusty. It's crusty right here too. What even is that? I don't know. It's a little slimy here on the back, on the plastic. So whatever these went through, either soaked completely through and was never originally cleaned up, or was just a huge mess and went around this, ended up on the floor pan. So we're gonna get that cleaned up today. We've got those, we got the ones in the front, and we could do the, the big method with the pressure washer and everything. Oh wait, no, we can't. That's something else that happened this year. My pressure washer died. My Greenworks that I had for a year and some change maybe, it just wouldn't turn back on one day. It was, I think they're 1800 model, electric, 14 amp motor, and I went to just pressure wash and I got nothing one day, so it died. And I've been in and out of a few models testing to find something I like. It hasn't gone very well on the hunt for a good budget pressure washer, so expect a new build on that in the spring. We're probably going to end up just making our own. Okay, featured here before you is some products you can use and a lot of products we are going to use today in order to clean floor mats, carpets, interiors, even carpets and upholstery in your home. So you have many options for doing this. We today are going to start with some degreaser because the state of these floor mats is completely unknown to us. So we do not know what those stains are made of. So we're going to start with some super clean. That's what this is. Diluted 14-to-1. I like it a little bit stronger than recommended, just a teensy bit. We've just got a big pack of microfiber towels here. The cheap ones from Walmart, biggest pack you can find. Does not need to be anything special. Usually I toss these. I even have, and I'll show you here. I have these, the Grab-A-Rag, the big box old microfiber. These are just the cheapest, thinnest, like single ply edgeless microfibers you can purchase. You get 50 of these for 10 or 11 bucks. It's a good deal for one and dones. We used these when we made the wheel painting video on the old car we had. We used these for a lot of cleaning up on that. When we did the arches, engine bays, anything I do something where I'm not going to want to keep that towel after, I'll use one of these. There's some snobs out there, some towel snobs who will tell you can only use the plushest, thickest, lushest, highest pile count microfiber. I do detailing on my own. You guys have seen the quality of the vehicle after we're done. These will get the job done just as well as anything else. You might just end up using a few more of them. It's not a big deal. All right, so you see the drill back there. This is the Ryobi 1 Plus hammer drill. It has 2 clutch speed settings. 1 for more torque, 2 for more speed. 3 modes: hammer, driver drill. Typically keep this on drill mode when I use it this way. 24 position clutch, focus, there we go. Metal chuck, I don't have anything to, metal chuck, huge, you see it's got some damage there. You love a metal chuck, and I'm running it with the Ryobi 1 Plus 18 volt 3 amp hour battery. Got the little magnetic tray there for whatever. A lot of the features of this are completely unimportant for what we're going to use it for today, but you want to drill like this, where you're going to use one of these. This is a drill brush. Chuck it up in your drill, and it allows you to do many strokes worth of brushing in just seconds. These things are immensely useful. If you do not have them and you call yourself a DIY detailer, you should have these. They are super cheap. I'll link one in the description. I'll actually link to the kit that I bought. It came with this and a bunch of other ones. We have pump sprayer here that'll be loaded with whatever chemical you decide to use. I'm not going to be using the pump sprayer today because we've got the bottle sprayer, and then we have this over here in the corner I'm going to explain in a moment. My Porter cable is here on the table because this is a DA polisher sander, but you see I've got my sanding disc on here. I was working on a little project. I have seen, and I've never done it myself, but I've seen guys, they make brushes for these. You can get a brush that puts on there that works for a DA, and they will do carpets with it. I've seen it online. I've never tried it myself. I would probably never do it because, oh God, it would be ludicrously aggressive on speed 6. Probably anything more than speed 2 would just be too much and would just totally decimate your upholstery. But if you've got some ultra thick, horrendously dirty, maybe rubber mats that need just the business, this might be a way to go, especially if you don't have like a pressure washer that can really put some work to it. Maybe the drill brushes and getting it done, your drill might not have enough torque, but you get put not a white, because white is soft, you put maybe a medium on there, and you can clean up pretty much anything, I bet. We're not going to be using that today though. We are going to be using our Bissell Spot Clean Pro Heat Pet. Now, this unit costs $140, $150. Not exactly pricey, not free, but perfectly budget friendly, especially for DIYers like us. I bought the heat because on cold days like it is today, it's only like 40 degrees today. This will keep your cleaning solution warm as you're working instead of having to race against the clock, or your cleaning solution is going to get cold and lose effectiveness. So it comes with a couple of attachments. It came actually with a bunch of attachments. Most of them I don't use. It has a crevice tool, which I have never actually used this, but it's there, and it's got the brush extractor attachment, which is going to be your main go-to. Super useful. I've done a plethora of interiors with this. It's plenty enough machine for guys like us, guys and gals like us, who just do this stuff for our own cars, for our family and our friends, just for fun, or maybe a side hustle. You're looking to make a little bit of extra cash. You can do interiors with this. Won't take you long. You can probably do, depending on how detailed you are, a full interior with one tank, one cleaner tank, because the tank over here only comes up to about here before it stops sucking and it calls itself full. You got to dump it. So we're going to make use of that today. Put that there. And the last tool we have is a vacuum. Self-explanatory. This is the Ridgid 4-gallon, 5-horsepower portable vac. 1-inch connections on this, 20-foot power cord, 12 volt, blah, blah, blah. HEPA filter on the inside, clamps on the side, you unclamp it, head comes off, dump it. Really great, really easy, really compact. It's going to look huge on camera, but it's really a compact unit. perfect for what we're doing and a lot of small jobs around the house. So we're going to start our process with vacuuming out these mats. You typically want to start with a vacuum, pick up as much of the loose dirt as possible. These larger bits here, I don't know if you can really see that, something like this, grass, leaves, hair, that stuff can clog your extractor. So you'll want to take a brush and brush it out and vacuum it up, or in this case, we're just going to vacuum it and get as much of the big stuff out of the way as possible. Okay, our two back mats have been vacuumed. So what we're going to do now is we are going to treat them with our degreaser. This is the Super Clean 14-to-1, as I mentioned before. Give her a little spinny shake there, make sure everything's nice and mixed up. And our degreaser is going to work on chewing up all of the nastiness that's baked into these mats for who knows how long since they've been properly cleaned, if ever. And while these have time to set with the degreaser, we are going to vacuum the front mats. Get ready for that hint as to what the vehicle is. If you got any ideas, you want to take a guess, leave a comment down below. Whoever guesses correctly, I'll pin your comment at the top. Also forgot to mention, the mats look a lot better already after just being vacuumed. Shows you how far a good vacuum cleaning can really go on the interior. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of extra in some of these problem areas. I was able to feel when vacuuming through the car. Get this good and saturated. Whatever that mess was, it appeared to have happened on this side of the car. This was the rear passenger mat, and that's the rear driver mat. Whoever was sitting here is the one that made the mess. Okay, there's your hint. And you guys who do interiors, you might be able to recognize these shapes, figure it out. So just like with the back mats, down for the front. See it on the camera. So there's what our Dodge looks like now. I'll show you again when we're finished what it looks like. See how clean we can get these. And again, this is all with just hand tools. This is our fingies. So you don't need a pressure washer. You don't need to bust out the garden hose. You don't need to go to a laundromat with a fancy car mat washer or anything like that. You can do this at home, in my garage. Do it yourself with your hands. Okay, so we've given our rear mats time to soak. They're nice and wet. That's getting kind of soft. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our degreaser, we're gonna spray it right here into the brush. And just dust over the mat again. Make sure everything is good and wet. Try not to get the actual drill wet, just the mat. And I like to do speed 2 when they're really dirty, but we're gonna do speed 1 here. Turn your clutch to its highest position. If you're stuck with a clutch in a low position, your brush may not spin when you get on it. So yeah, that's way too slow. There we go.
Put it in reverse, go the other way.
Okay, if you look, you see our stain has been worked out quite a bit. There's still a little crustiness in there. This stain over here is hard and stain. We'll take our degreaser, we'll hit this again. You won't see that same level of nasty come out of this mat because obviously we didn't have to put the same work into it. So now that all of that is done, we're going to start with our extractor, but we're going to choose one mat first because we need table space. Start with this one. You could do this on the floor, but as I said before, it's pretty cold outside today. The floor is pretty cold. And this is my work table, so we're going to use the work table. So we didn't spend too terribly long doing that. That's just 2 passes. And the mat's still wet, so it's still a little gleamy and whatnot, but you see, that's quite a bit cleaner. Mat number 2, those are my fingerprints. Looking good. We have our front passenger mat, and that Dodge is looking pretty good. Not bad. This, truthfully, I'm just going to take this off, and I'm just going to pour some of this on here. Because this mat is so bad. I need that mat soaked, and I need that heat busting up those chemical bonds between the dirt and the grime. And spraying, as we already seen today, just doesn't seem to do it. All right. Sorry, I did not capture the pour out for you guys, but you did get to see the container when it was full. Stand that right there. This is our drain tank. Nice and clean now. Snap that back on this side. And here we have, it's foggy because it's hot water, but pure clean hot water. Now before I left, I soaked this with more upholstery cleaner. So I'm gonna hit it again with the drill brush, see if we can bust up some more dirt. Okay, we've hit it again. Let's go ahead and extract this now that it's clean. Okay, well, we were extracting and things were going well. You guys saw it, but we we are once again full already. And look at the color of that. This is just as filthy as the water that came from all the other 3 mats. And you can still see brown here. That tells you that this car saw a lot of miles in between these floor mats being cleaned. They were probably never cleaned. And whoever was driving the car just got in, did not kick their shoes off, stepped in the mud, walked through the rain puddles, and just jumped in. But kudos to Dodge, because this mat has held up over the 86,000 miles of torture. That's a good mat. It's a cloth mat with a rubber back to it. That's a good mat. So I'm going to pour this out, and yuck. You can't see anything through there. But I'm going to pour this out. All right, so we've gone completely through the mat again. We've used all of our water. This is empty. And we have again filled up our dirt reservoir, and you see the color of the dirt is just as dark. It goes to show you just what these mats have been through. And it appears to be absolute torture. And this mat is quite a bit heavier than it was before. That way I know it's holding on to a decent amount of water, but I still want to show you here. The Dodge looks a little bit better, but the fibers are coming out. And it shows you there's been a lot of action here, a lot of foot placement there. Drill brush didn't help. You see our brown stain is still there. That's a deep section of dirt right there. It's packed in there bad. The dirt kind of leaking through there. So in this case, I would get the pressure washer out, throw this down on the ground, and I would put on a 25 or 40, and I would soak the living mess out of this and just hose it out absolute. Up here is what our mat should look like the other ones. And you see down here, towards where his feet were, her feet were, their feet were, it is not this. So this mat could need a lot of more work. You can get it clean using the method we just used, but you see it'll take longer than using the pressure washer. I recommend this method over using any of the do-it-yourself car wash mat washers, where you stick the mat in and then you crank the thing over and it drags the mat through. Those things are never ever clean. They're never ever maintained. No one gives a hoot or a nanny about those. So don't use those. Do it yourself at home by hand. I can show you here. Our mats look just fine. Besides our driver's side mat, look at these other mats. They look great. And that mat would look great too if I wanted to spend more time on it. But I'm probably going to end up replacing these mats with some different Dodge mats that I found that I like. So I just wanted to get them cleaned up just to see how they would turn out. And these other 3 mats turned out phenomenal. It's just that one mat right there just needs more. So, thanks for tuning in the video today. Be on the lookout for more content coming your way. Being that I do live in the Midwest and it is now about to be December, probably won't be too much more auto detailing content coming out until the spring, but tune in, check it out, turn the notifications on, hit the notification bell. I might put up something. I am posting lots of gameplay, so I'll be doing gaming challenges and let's plays and walkthroughs and things just to keep you guys satiated in the meantime. And if that's not really your thing, come back and see me in spring. I will have new content, and if nobody's guessed by then what the new vehicle is, circa the Dodge logo down there, you will be seeing the new car, an entirely new adventure for us to embark on.